Maserati is still strong today because the people know that behind this make there are story of champions.
Neptune. Since 1926, his trident forms the company logo of Maserati. Here at the Via de Pepoli, the firm's history begins in December 1914. At first, they only repair customers' vehicles. Alfieri Ettori and another brother, Bindo, worked for Erzotto Fraschini, a manufacturer of motors and racing cars. After the end of World War II, Alfieri devoted himself entirely to racing and the design of vehicles. First for others, then he started with his own designs. Engines in particular interested Alfieri Maserati. In 1926 he built his first race car, the birth of a myth. The first car with a trident is the Tipo 26. It is light, strong, has good road holding, and straight away wins its first race, the Targa Florio. Maserati immediately gains a reputation as a racing brand, mainly because they have something to offer technically. The 1934 8CM is the first car in Europe with hydraulic brakes.
But Maserati has been always attracted by new technology, and Maserati was the very first one in Italy to adopt the full injection system in '61. And therefore was the very first one to adopt in the four-door electric windows and air conditioning in the time where air conditioning was only on the Rolls-Royce in European production. As it was very advanced in producing racing cars in the 20s and 30s and also in the 50s. Then Maserati was followed always this idea of trying to give to their customer the best possible technique of the day.
1938, shortly before the outbreak of the war, wholesale industrialist Adolfo Orsi, the grandfather of our interview partner, buys Maserati. The ever-increasing competition for Mercedes, Auto Union, and Alfa Romeo, and the death of the mastermind Alfieri and Carlo are probably the reason that the three remaining Maserati brothers agree to the sale. 1939 and 40, Maserati wins Indianapolis. Then no more racing cars are built. With the 250F in 1954, Maserati creates a further legendary racing car with which Fangio wins 2 Grand Prix in 1954 and in 1957 for the 5th time, the World Championship. Also, private drivers appreciate the car. Maserati builds it 34 times. In 1958, Maserati ends participation in Formula One, and until the late 60s delivers only engines. The business model has now changed and now relies on sports cars for the road and uses herewith the glory of countless victories. Back to the present time. Maserati invites participants for dinner at the 100th anniversary in Corso at the factory in Modena. Where coupes and convertibles will be built, here the bands are silent on this evening. The atmosphere is something special between all the unfinished luxury cars. The 2007 Gran Turismo is presented alongside the Quattroporte. Certainly one reason the Maserati is a vibrant brand again. For the Corso, Maserati makes a Gran Turismo MC Stradale available for us. The 460 horsepower limited special edition built for the 100th anniversary that we are allowed to drive across the flat countryside is a dream in red. Car penned by Pininfarina is a great success. Stands up to all legends of times gone by. Catches people's eyes and makes the dream of flying come true. It is refreshing which childishly naive reference Italians have to their cars with big tradition. The Piazza Grande is the starting point of the three-day birthday corso. Most of the cars that are available here are from the period when Maserati was still owned by the Orsi family. Until the end of the 60s, the most beautiful models arose, including up to today. A Maserati Ghibli Spider, the 3500 GT, the Mistral as a coupe, and rare convertible. Here the question arises of why the history of Maserati is so difficult. Why, for example, Orsi sold Maserati to Citroën in 1969.
A time where my family already controlled Maseratis since 32 years. Citroën asked Maserati to project new engines for the Citroën SM, and then they asked to produce 25 engines a day. At the time it would have been quite dangerous to have a customer so important, because could be dangerous for the company continuation. But in the same moment, there were new rules in the States for air pollution and crash system, and it was necessary to invest a lot of money in making a test and development and so on. And therefore, I think that all these combine together, and Citroën offered the possibility to buy the majority control of the company, and my family said yes, why not? But the idea was to remain in the company. When they sold only the 60% of the shares, the idea was remaining, but then in 71 my father was not agreed too much with the new Citroën politics, and therefore he decided to sell the 40%.
Maserati is today again an admired brand with exclusive vehicles, and that was not the case in the 80s and 90s with the twin turbo. It is beautiful to see how a company remembers back to where it comes from. The tradition transmits to the modernity and so relives the past. An old Italian place like here in Cremona also never acts out of fashion, and also not the classic shapes of a sports coupe. To a glorious future. If it produces only half as nice cars as in the past, one can only wish for that.
Gentlemen, start your engines. For more speed, more adrenaline, more power, for Motorvision TV.